Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my first video I'm posting. I've been filming these for so long, but I never actually post them. I always watch them back and I get like so overly critical of myself, but I promise myself I'm gonna post this one. And the topic I'm discussing today, I'm very comfortable with talking about. So this is a good icebreaker for a first video because sometimes filming yourself can be a little awkward, but I am going to be talking about the pros and cons of joining a sorority, being involved with Greek life, and just a little bit of my overall experience. So if this is a video you've been looking for, you're in the right place. So let's get into it. I do want to start by saying this is not going to be a video where I'm just sitting here trash talking my entire chapter or anything even close to that. And I'm also not going to be naming my chapter or my university. If you really want to know, go look at my Instagram. Like, it's very easy to find out. I just don't want that to be the focus of this video, like where I went to school or what chapter I was in, because everyone's experience is different per university or per chapter. So I don't want that to be the focus. This is just like an overall view and I guess just rundown of how it was for me. So I do want to start with some pros and cons just because you see so many misconceptions on the internet. Like every time I go on TikTok, I swear I see like one girl that has a great experience and then one girl that has a terrible experience, and then all the engagement that is like, you know, under those videos is always so different. Like, you know what I mean? So this is just my opinion. Like, take it with a grain of salt, form your own opinions, obviously, but hopefully this can help you make you feel a little bit more comfortable, because when I first joined a sorority, I was so anxious and so nervous. It was so intimidating and everything. So hopefully this will help a little bit. But I do have, okay, my iPad. I wrote down a list on here because I swear to God, ever since like technology became like a huge thing, I like never write anymore, like handwritten stuff, like besides my planner. But whenever it's not in my planner, I swear to God, my handwriting is like chicken scratch. So I'm gonna use my iPad. But okay, the first pro I have written down is like relationships and networking. And by relationships, I mean friendships and like romantic relationships. I met all of my best friends in my sorority and we still talk every day. We still hang out like almost every weekend. Like, we got lucky that we all lived near each other after we graduated. Like, some of my friends like moved really far, but luckily my group is still really close. And I met my boyfriend through my sorority friends. So I think the networking aspect was definitely my favorite part of being in a sorority. I met all the other chapters. Like, you don't just stay with your chapter. Like, you go to other sororities events. Like, they come to yours. Like, you go to other frat events. Like, they go to yours. Like, you meet so many people. And I would always walk on campus and see like 30 people I recognize like every single day. And it was nice because I just felt like I was really involved with my campus, and being able to know that many people just made me feel like, I don't know, like I finally belonged to something that was important to me, and it made me really happy. And I love my friends. Like, this does come off as biased because I overall had a really great experience with my sorority, and I know some people that didn't, and it really is just up to how you go into it. Like, I feel like mindset is a huge part of how your overall experience is going to go. Like, I went in with such an open mind, and I was just like, I want to have fun, I want to meet people, like I just want to like be a part of something new, like do something new, because I was just bored at my college. It was like after my first semester I was like, I need to do something new, and I was like, let me join a sorority. And I'm very blessed with the experience that I had. Like, I know like we've all seen the nightmare like experiences and stuff like that, but you get out of it what you put into it, you know? And like, that's gonna go with almost everything that I'm saying. Like, what you put in is what you're gonna get out. But let me continue. The con that goes along with this pro is, and you won't hear this a lot, like I feel like I'm gonna be one of the first people to tell you this, like in a Greek life video, you are not going to love every single person in your chapter, in Greek life, in your recruiting group, in your whatever. Like, you won't. And that's not the end of the world, okay? Like, some of these chapters, depending on the size of the university, can be full of like hundreds of women or like 100 women. Like, mine was around 150. So you're not gonna love every single person, and that is not the end of the world. Like, you don't ever really work a job and love every single one of your coworkers, you know what I mean? Like, it just comes with life. Like, some people you're not going to be like best friends with, and some people you're going to be like sisters with. Like, there's just no like guarantee that you're going to just love every single person, and that's not a bad thing. Like, there's so many personalities that go into one chapter, and you are all very different, very individual women. And I'm not even trying to say like it's drama, and I didn't really have drama like with girls in my sorority. Like, there was never really a problem like there, I don't think. I can't even remember. It's been a year since I graduated, but nothing ever to the point of where I actually had like beef with a girl in my chapter. It was never ever that deep, like, at all. But you know, there's some people that aren't going to be your favorite, and if you let that ruin your entire chapter, or you let that ruin your entire overall Greek life experience, like, it probably wasn't for you in the first place, which is okay. Like, it is just not for some people, you know, like, and that's fine. I just want to be honest and upfront with that, because it's a big group of women, okay? And you're not going to love every single person you meet throughout life, and you're not going to love every single person in your sorority. I can speak for fraternities too. Like, if you're in a frat and you're watching or you're thinking about joining a frat, like, ooh, you know you don't love every single person. Like, I feel like the frats have more drama than the sororities, but that's a different video for a different day. Next pro is definitely involvement and philanthropy. I did touch on this a little bit when I said that I loved feeling involved, but with this one I'm more referring to like getting involved with your chapter. Like, you can go for an exec position, and you can go for a PC position, and like, if you're really looking for like new opportunities, like, there are so many events. Like, I knew my chapter, like, the certain positions would go to a conference every single year that was in like a different state, and it looked really fun. Like, I never did any exec positions. It just wasn't really my thing. You know, like, if I was better with time management with my schoolwork, I would have been more interested in doing it, but I wasn't. I'm not the best student. So I just knew that if I picked up a position, it was going to be too much on my plate. But, you know, some other women that were in my chapter, like, killed it. Like, they were so good at it. Like, it's definitely something that teaches you responsibility and, you know, just everything like that. But the other pro was philanthropy. I had a personal connection with my sorority's philanthropy, so it felt really important to me to be able to be more involved, like, directly, and, like, I don't know, like, it was definitely something that I loved being a part of, and the organization that we worked with was very large, and it was just really, really fun. Like, I'm trying not to give away too many details, so I'm not naming my chapter, because, like, if I say what our philanthropy is, like, it literally, like, it gives away like that. But it was so much fun. Like, all the events we had were always a great time, and it was always so much fun to, like, be with your entire chapter, like, setting up for the event, breaking down the event, like, getting ready and prep and everything like that. Like, it was just overall, like, so much fun. Okay, the con that goes with this pro is the price. I don't agree with the common little phrase that people like to say, is that, like, you're paying for friends. I don't like it put that way. I don't think that's an accurate representation of what you're paying for, because you do so much more than just make friends. And I feel like people that say that don't really understand what a sorority is, and that's just, like, their immediate judgment on it. So you get a lot with the price. Like, we would have formals, we'd have, you know, sisterhood events, and it was a lot of fun. Like, you know, our, like, philanthropy events, like, again, still not trying to give it away, but it was expensive. And even during COVID, it was very expensive. Even though we were not on campus, we were not even, like, allowed to meet or anything like that. Like, we had online chapter, and we didn't have a formal, obviously, so that was annoying. I did not like that the price was almost the exact same during COVID, because it was a lot of money. So if that is something that is difficult for you, definitely consider that beforehand, because not everything comes with the price, unfortunately, but most of the stuff does. And there also are, like, payment plans that help, and, like, the financial advisor, I don't know, financial board member or whatever that was in my chapter was very helpful when it came to money and payments and things like that. They're usually very, very understanding. So think about it. Like, definitely really think about it. Do your research. Some prices, prices do differ per university, you know what I mean? Like, a lot. So wherever you're going to school, make sure you do that research, because mine almost seems cheap compared to other chapters, and I thought mine was expensive. But, you know, all in all, like, again, if you put a lot into it, you're gonna get a lot out of it, and like the money aspect is really unimportant when you view how much you're getting, you know? Like, I don't know. I hope I worded that right. I feel like sometimes I sound so stupid, but I'm gonna get into the next pro. So I did touch on this too, and I said like leadership opportunities, and also even just having a sorority or, you know, like not philanthropy, fraternity on your LinkedIn resume, your whatever resume you put it on, it shows that you did some like activities in school. And I was a part of a couple different clubs, but my sorority is on my resume, and every job I've ever interviewed for, they've asked me about my sorority. And I was able to tell them, like, we get together this many times a week, like we do this together, like whatever. And every employer really liked seeing that I was involved with my school. So again, I feel like that kind of comes with the price, but still, it is a good thing to have on your resume. And if you are interested in leadership opportunities, it is the perfect place to find a place to start. Like, you know what I mean? If you want to be president, if you want to be, like, I don't know, chair of recruitment and things like that, like this is a great place to start, especially with a group of women that are supporting you entirely. So again, it really just depends on how you look at it. And then the con for that one is time. I was pretty lucky with my schedule. I never had to worry about the time aspect of it, but chapter was always on Sunday for us, and sometimes they'd be like, work isn't an excuse, being at home isn't an excuse, like you having dinner with your family isn't an excuse. So that was kind of annoying sometimes, and they always threatened to bill us, but they never actually did. So I know other chapters did bill their girls if they missed chapter without a valid excuse or a excuse absence or whatever, but that was annoying. And there's also other events that count towards that, like other events that you can't miss or you will be charged. I missed initiation for a pledge class that was 4 classes below mine. Like, I did not know any of these girls. I was already a fourth semester, or like last semester, 4th year member. They didn't let me do early alumni, and I was like, I am not going to initiation. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know any of these girls. I'm graduating in 3 weeks. Like, I'm not going to any initiation, sorry. And I got fined $100, and I had to pay it, or I would be in poor standing with my sorority, which at the time, I guess I wasn't really thinking it through. I was graduating anyways, so like, it probably wouldn't have mattered. But if that is something that would affect you, being able to, or having to be able to go to these events is mandatory. And again, you really got to think about it. I definitely, like I said, I definitely am biased. Like, I had a really great experience with my sorority. I love all my friends. I met so many people, and I did have my group, but outside of my group, like, I was still like cool, like with everyone else. Like, they might not have been like my best friends or like the people I call every single day, the people I text every single day, but it was people I still kept in touch with. And even after graduating, like, it's been almost a year, I still keep in touch with those people. So like, yeah, they weren't my best friends, but they're still like my friend. And I get a lot of like the stereotypes, you know, and I don't really think that they apply much anymore, just because like, this isn't a movie, you know, like, we're not living in a movie. Like, not every sorority girl is blonde with giant boobs and like orange tan. Like, are some of them? Yeah, but like not all of them. So I don't really think it's something to worry about, because I did see online like a girl was worried about being stereotyped for joining a sorority, and I was like, girl, like, who cares? Like, you know, like, it's really, if you're that worried about what other people think, like, like why, like girl, why? But still, I do really like talking about this, and I would like to get more in depth, like maybe talking about the recruitment process, because obviously I went through recruitment and then I also did recruiting 2 years in a row for my sorority. So I have, excuse me, seen both sides of the spectrum. Is it spectrum? Both sides of the spectrum? I think so. But you know, I'm glad I put in as much as I did, because I was rewarded with just as much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't go into a position or whatever and I didn't want to, like, you know, but it's not like I didn't get like a whole experience out of it either. So it really just depends on how you look at it. But if you are interested in seeing more videos like this, please just let me know. I would, like I just said, like to do a video on the actual recruitment process, and I would like to do a video on, there was something else, maybe just talking about like more detail about how pledging was for me and things like that, like, you know, but yeah, I guess that's it. So let me know if you want to see any more videos. Just let me know. I did just get a professional camera. I just need to learn how to use it. I know how to take like pictures with it and stuff, but I need to get better with video, and hopefully I do that soon. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and if you're interested in any of my other social medias, they will be linked below. And I think that's about it. So have a great day, and thank you for watching.